Have you ever been mistaken for someone's probation officer at an Arby's? Yesterday, I stopped at Arby's on my way home from work. I'm a paralegal, so I was wearing business clothes and carrying a leather portfolio because I'd been at the courthouse all day. I order my usual roast beef sandwich and sit in a corner booth to decompress. 5 minutes later, this nervous-looking guy in his 20s approaches. Officer Caldwell? I look up. Sorry, wrong person. He sits down anyway. Please don't report me. I can explain why I'm here. I'm confused, but he keeps talking. I know I'm not supposed to leave the county, but my mom's birthday is tomorrow and she lives 30 miles away. He's practically sweating. I just came to grab food before driving back. I'll be home by curfew, I swear. That's when I realize he thinks I'm his probation officer. I should correct him immediately, but he looks so terrified that I freeze. What's your name? I ask, buying time to figure out how to handle this. Devin Walsh. You've been my PO for 6 months. He pulls out a crumpled paper from his pocket. See, I even have my check-in schedule. I glance at the paper. It lists appointments with Officer Patricia Caldwell. I'm definitely not Patricia Caldwell. I'm Jamie Ortiz, but Devin is already spiraling. Look, I've been doing everything right. Clean tests, made all my appointments, even got that job at the warehouse like you suggested. He's listing his accomplishments desperately. Part of me knows I should stop this, but another part is worried about what happens if I shatter his reality in the middle of an Arby's. What if he panics? What if real consequences happen because I look vaguely official? So I do something stupid. I nod slowly. Tell me about the warehouse job. Relief floods his face. It's going great. My supervisor says I'm one of his hardest workers. I even got Employee of the Month last week. He shows me a photo on his phone of him holding a certificate. I'm in way over my head, but he seems genuinely proud. So I say, that's excellent progress, Devin. He beams. We talk for 20 minutes. He tells me about his mom, his goal to save money for technical school, and how he's been attending NA meetings twice a week. He's clearly trying hard to turn his life around. I'm mostly just listening and nodding, but he's treating this like an official check-in. A woman approaches our table. Devin, is everything okay? He introduces her as his sponsor from NA. She eyes me suspiciously. Who's this? Devin explains I'm Officer Caldwell. The sponsor's expression shifts to respectful but cautious. She asks if she can speak to me privately. We step outside while Devin nervously eats curly fries. She's protective of him immediately. He's doing really well. Please don't violate him for being 30 miles out of county for his mom's birthday. He's been clean for 8 months. I feel awful. I'm not going to violate him, I say, which is true because I have no authority to violate anyone. She looks relieved. Thank you. He talks about you all the time, says you're the first PO who actually listened to him. Now I feel even worse. We go back inside and I tell Devin I need to leave but that he should continue making good choices. He thanks me profusely and promises to be at his next appointment. As I'm walking to my car, guilt is eating me alive. This guy thinks he just had a check-in with his probation officer, but it was just some random paralegal who accidentally catfished him into accountability. I spend the whole drive home wondering if I should call the real Officer Caldwell and explain what happened, but what would I even say? Hi, I accidentally impersonated you at Arby's and your client thinks we had a meeting. That night, I can't sleep. I keep thinking about Devin showing me that Employee of the Month certificate with so much pride. He's clearly working hard, and I don't want my stupid mistake to mess anything up for him. The next morning, I do something possibly more stupid than the original incident. I look up the probation office and call asking for Officer Patricia Caldwell. When she answers, I explain the entire bizarre situation. There's a long silence. Then she laughs. Let me guess, business clothes and a leather folder? Apparently, she gets mistaken for other people constantly because she's young and dresses professionally. She asks about Devin, and I relay everything he told me. She's quiet for a moment. He really said all that? I confirm. She sounds emotional. Devin struggles with authority figures. It took months for him to trust me. The fact that he voluntarily approached someone he thought was me and took accountability, that's huge growth. She thanks me for calling and assures me Devin won't face consequences. She'll just document that he self-reported being out of county for family reasons, which apparently shows good judgment. 2 weeks later, I'm back at the same Arby's because apparently I haven't learned my lesson about going places. Devin walks in, sees me and waves. I panic, but he just smiles. Officer Caldwell told me about the mix-up. Thanks for not making it weird when I was freaking out. We chat briefly. He got into technical school and starts classes next month. His real probation officer wrote him a recommendation letter. As he leaves, he turns back. You know, you're a pretty good fake probation officer. Ever considered a career change? I laugh and tell him to stay out of trouble. He grins and says that's the plan.